and the laugh and the roar of the crowd.
And you can feel the expectation and the wild jubilation as they're shouting the winners' names aloud.
'Cause it's the greatest game in town.
And it's the craziest fun around. It's a knockout. That's the name. It's a knockout. That's the game. It's a knockout. That's the name of the game.
We've reached Heat 8 in the third and last round of It's a Knockout, and we greet the teams as they run onto the field. A country team comes to town for the Premier State under the leadership of Jack Sherwin. They're desperate to get points on the board in the red colours for Canandra, New South Wales. From a town surrounded by lakes, rivers, mountains and forests comes the team led by Jim McSweeney. They love to boost their score by 6 points, playing in blue for Bensail, Victoria. Making their final bid for a place in the last $10,000 semi-final is the team captained by Ross Timms. They'll give their all in the yellow strip for Toowoomba, Queensland. Also looking for a big finishing heat are the guys and girls from the Festival States, led by David Evans with everything to play for. Expect a mighty effort from Stirling, South Australia. Now it's time to say hello to the couple who introduce the players and the games. Your hosts, Billy J. Smith and Fiona McDonald.
Chilly breeze, isn't it?
A little bit cool out here tonight. Yes, a little bit on that cool side, but not to worry. Plenty of action coming up tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be running all over the place.
Including what our super guys will be. They'll be running around quite a bit later on. And we're dressed up for that one too.
We are. I'm the boss. Billy's the secretary. Take a note, Mr. Smith.
Thank you very much. All right. Okay, folks, just 4 more heats to go, by the way, before our last semi-final for the year. And that, of course, is followed by our huge $25,000 grand final of beauty.
It should be a spectacular one. And the competition's really hotting up as all our teams battle for points on a table that looks like this.
All right, I'll tell you about it. Firstly, in the New South Wales division, DY are on 4 points from their 3 heats. Canandra on 0 from 2, so they need a superhuman effort tonight. But Umina looking good on 7 points with 2 heats in hand.
For Victoria, Benalla have 10 from 2 heats. Eltham's strong win last week sees them lead on 14 from 3 games. And Bairnsdale definitely need a win in this heat. They're on 5 points from 2 games played.
Looking at the Queensland division, and we see there Dolby on 2 points from 2 played. Toowoomba have 6 from 3. And their big danger look to be Winner Manly, also on 6 with 2 heats in hand.
Well, it should help. They've got a strong support group there. Stirling had to be content with 2nd place last week, but still lead on 16 points from 3 games played. The strong Norwood team aren't out of it on 10 from 2 games, and Adelaide are trailing on 4 points from 2 games.
Right, our referee for tonight is making a return appearance in the role. Yes. Here with Lions ladies Ellen and Shondell from Return to Eden, Warren Blondell. Warren.
Hi, Billy.
Go. You picked a nice night to join us, a little bit on the chilly side.
And the big secret is we're all wearing thermal underwear.
Right.
Big secret, yeah. I've got about 6 pairs on.
Well, plenty of work for you. Warm up very smartly.
Yeah.
Some good games tonight?
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah. Very
right.
exciting.
All right, Warren, I'll let you get across over there with Ellen and Shondell and get ready for game number 1.
Okay, mate. See you later.
Good. There goes Warren Blondell. Now.
Live Boys is our first game.
Good one.
It is a good one. And the team members have to make their way up a very steep ramp while the opposition team members pour slippery detergent down at them. The only way they can reach it is by tossing Life Boys up on pegs and hauling themselves up, which is not the way I'm going to go up there right now.
No, I think you better get a bit of a move
I think
on.
I'll take the stairs. I'll see you up there.
Right. And I'll tell you too, also, once the guys get up there, then they lower that Life Boy and pull the girl team member up there. The first one up to the top, of course, will be our winner. Event number 1 coming up, and here's our starter, Warren Blondell.
Okay, lifesavers, grab your rings.
So away they go, our first event for the night, and let's tell you about the team from Canandra. First of all, in the red over there from New South Wales. Making his way up now is Jack Sherwin. His helper up the top is Owen McLaughlin, and they'll be coming back to pick up Debbie Seckold down the bottom.
For the blue team, Michael Clohesi, who's a plumber, is the lifeguard, and he's being hauled up by Jim McSweeney, who's a draftsman, and they'll come back to pick up Robin Clohesi, who's waiting there on the pontoon.
For Toowoomba in the yellow, we have Ross Timms making his way up. Scott Charlton up the top, who's doing the work with the rope up there. And Kathy Goulson down the bottom, waiting to get moving when things start to happen.
And looking very good for South Australia, it's David Evans. He's a builder. He's Mike Wesley's waiting up the top here for him, shouting a bit of encouragement. And they'll go back to pick up Jodie Pake down the bottom.
Righto, let's tell you about the opposition too, sending the Suds down there against the team from Queensland, from New South Wales rather. It's Yvonne Holmes Jones over there for the South Australian side. Setting him down against Victoria, we have the red team, and that's Dale Sherwin.
For the blue team, it's Robin Caudry, and for South Australia, Yvonne Holmes.
So now it's South Australia getting down there first, so they're about to pick up their lady down the bottom, all set to go, and that's Jodie Peck. She's on her way back. They're the only ones that have done anything as yet. The others in a bit of trouble, so South Australia, the green team, look as though they're off to a flying start here at the moment. Jodie getting a nice ride up to the top there, and there's no pressure on the green team. They are home. Queensland in second spot. But it's the green of South Australia starting off in good fashion here tonight. There's Queensland just about to make it to the top. About to let that second life buoy down. Scott Charlton does that, and winding down the bottom. Ready to go right now for them is Kathy Goldson. She'll get inside that little light. Oh,
a big plonk there, but she's being hauled up. It'll all soon be over.
and here's an express trip for her back up the hill. And she is home, and there they go. Right, Warren, pretty easy one first up tonight.
Mate, good one for green, and yellow came in second.
All right, the green team, what a nice start for them. Let's get up the top there. It's Fiona talks with them now.
Well, that was great work, David. You didn't appear to have any trouble with that life buoy at all.
Oh, it's pretty easy, mate.
Tough guy. How about you? How was the ride?
Oh, that was great fun coming up. No worries.
Wasn't too rough on your bottom?
No, great.
And she wasn't too heavy, Mark?
Not at all. Dave did all the good work. We just had to pull Jodie. It was easy.
Well, good on you, South Australia. Good start to the night.
You're not wrong.
Let's have a look at the points coming up right now. First one's for the night for Queensland. 2 points going up there for the Queensland team. South Australia, nice start for them. There's 4 on the board. Well, the girls get their big chance in our next race as they enter the arena for a Chariot race. Join us and the Daredevil drivers right after the race. Board.
Yeah, 2 teams on there.
Here we go. Nothing up there for New South Wales or Victoria. 2 for Queensland. South Australia with an early lead on 4 points up there. We are back to the cut and thrust days of the Roman Empire. We're about to see a Chariot race. The horses are powered by 2 guys and the girls are up there in charge. Let's get across with South Australia there in heat number 1. Here's Fiona.
Well, Jodie, you guys did a wonderful job in life, boys. How are you going to go in this one, Charioteers?
Oh, I've got a really fast horse, Fiona. I think we'll be pretty right in this one.
No slow and steady, 100 miles an hour?
No, 100 miles an hour.
Well, they have to go up the course, around the columns and back down again, and it's quite a long race because every time the wheel stops, they have to replace it again.
All righty, we might get
Wheel
across
falls
for
off, I mean.
heat number 1 right now. And coming up is Warren Blondell.
Okay, Charioteers.
So the team in yellow from Toowoomba in Queensland. Ross Timms and Scott Charlton underneath is the horse. And up there on top in charge of the Chariot is Louise Constance.
Oh, South Australia losing their wheel and Jodie losing her hat.
Oh, there goes... Yellow's lost their wheel also, so they have to regroup down there as I'm just about to turn around at the end of lap number 1. There goes South Australia round. Queensland not too far behind them on that chain.
That's Mike Wesley and David Evans underneath the horse for South Australia. And boy, they are cracking quite a fierce pace there.
Yeah, for the second lap, they've really powered on the pressure. Queensland losing another wheel. South Australia coming around the turn. They're doing it pretty well. That wheel looks pretty well balanced here at the moment. No,
South
they cut it a bit fine on the corner.
Trying to take that column with them for a bit of a ride.
Queensland on the way back for lap number 2, but it's South Australia going along. Oh, no, they've lost their
What were you
wheel.
saying?
They really made a lot of ground up on that second lap there.
Yes, they do. Let's see if they can get right down to the end before the Queenslanders catch them.
South Australia, no, they've lost it again. Can Queensland catch up and make the difference? South Australia, Queensland coming at them, but that wheel looks pretty wobbly. Is it going to last out? South Australia's Queensland have lost theirs right on the line. So there they go. Righto, Warren, give us a bit of a rundown of the placings there.
Green romped in, yellow a close second.
Righto, we're back here for heat number 2. Fiona across there with the team from Banstead.
Yes, heat 2. Let's find out who's going to win a place in the final. Warren?
Well, round 2, let's go.
So away we go, and the team in red from Canowindra in New South Wales. Jack Sherwin and Owen McLaughlin make up the horse. And up top there is Debbie Sackhold, who you met a short time ago. Plays a little basketball and hockey, but never been on a Chariot before.
Oh dear, the blue team are losing their wheel. Red team have lost theirs as well. That's Robin Caudry, who's the Charioteer for the blue team. She's an aerobic instructress. And her horse is Michael Clohesing, who's a plumber. And Jim McSweeney, who's a draftsman. Oh, they're caught on the column.
Yes, Victoria took it a little bit too fine there on that corner, and that meant that they got held up a bit, and now they've lost the wheel. That's labelled New South Wales to catch up a bit. Matter of fact, they're starting to straighten out on the rundown for lap number 2, just ahead of Victoria.
They're looking quite good. The wheel is starting to wobble a little bit, though.
Yeah, they're just taking it along at a nice pace. They're not trying to make too much speed at this stage. Meanwhile, Victoria scooting away from them a little bit as they come into the top turn. And 1 lap remaining here.
There's Robin Caudry calling to her horse to make the turn. Now they're heading up that final lap towards home.
The Blues out there. Oh, no, they've lost the wheel. New South Wales coming through. Is that wheel going to hang on, or is it going to come off before the end? They've lost it. So that enables Victoria to come through now.
I think they're going to rock it home.
Yes, they're going for the line, and there they go. The Vicks have done it. Better check it out officially, though. Warren, all under control.
After a great race, a good win for Blue Victoria.
Blues have made their way through to the final. That means you're up against South Australia.
Yes, let's find out who's going to get the big 4 points.
Thank you very much, Warren.
Take your marks.
So away we go in our final right now, the Chariot race in the Blue for Victoria. We have Michael Clohessy and Jim McSweeney making up the horse, and back there on the Chariot is Robin Caudry.
A bit of bad luck there for Sterling, an early wheel loss. That's Mike Wesley and David Evans who make up the horse, and Jodie Pake is the Charioteer. She does a bit of netball and aerobics.
Both teams rounding that bottom turn together, but the Greens have lost their wheel again. Victoria caught up a bit on the corner also, but they're out in front, but now South Australia starting to get going again. What can we see on lap number 2? Not a great deal between them as they make their way down there now. Whose wheel's going to hold out the longest? That's the question. Round on the end of the second lap, and they're both going helter-skelter.
Bit treacherous on those corners, yes. South Australia losing their wheel.
Yeah, they've gone to Victoria out in front now. Is their wheel going to hold out for the full final lap? Let's see. They're coming down to the line now. Down they go and over the line. Yes, they do. Okay, Warren, pretty easy thing there for you.
What a beautiful race. What a beautiful race.
Okay, Victoria.
Yes, Victoria again.
Good work. Well done. Let's get across over there and see what they think. Here's Fiona.
Well, that was terrific. You obviously set a good pace.
Yeah, I had him going there, Fiona.
How much could you see of what was happening?
Just my feet beneath me. And the whips are cracking.
Listen, you're obviously experienced at changing wheels.
Oh yes, I've done it once or twice.
And you're excited about the win.
Oh, definitely, great points.
Okay, let's put the points up on the board.
Thank you.
I'll do just that. Firstly, South Australia. Here's 2 points coming your way for the second spot, and 4 going on the board up there for Victoria. Their opening points for the night. The action is next in the big pool when our teams get together up there for Up in Arms. We'll see you with game number 3, the other side of the break.
It is getting much more exciting.
Here's how it looks. Nothing up there for New South Wales as yet, but we do have 2 for Queensland, 4 for Victoria, and 6 from South Australia, so things are pretty close.
The South Australians are keen, aren't they?
They very much are, yes.
But the Victorians are too, because they're about to use a joker on the next game, which is called Up in Arms. And this one's a tough one for the girls because they have to get passed overhead by the guys down the length of the pool before finally being placed on the pontoon.
Yes, the first of the girls to get up to the pontoon will get the big points. All the teams are in. We're set to go, and here's Warren.
Starters on the blocks.
Here are your teams now. On the way they go. Firstly, Canoundra in the red. We have Jack Sherwin, Owen McLaughlin and Ian Wives swimming their way up there. And they're about to cast over their head Dale Sherwin.
For Bairnsdale, using their joker, Michael Clohessy, Jim McSweeney and Jim Bayliss are the guys, and Robin Clohessy will be passed overhead.
For Toowoomba in the yellow, it's Ross Timms, Scott Charlton and Frank Roberts, the boys in the pool. And the girl up top getting the very rough ride is Kathy Goldson.
Not only is it cold, she has to remain totally stiff for these guys to be able to pass her overhead. It's a hard one, this one. Mike Wesley, David Evans and Jamie Hunter are the guys for the green team, and Jodie Pake is she's getting a really rough ride there. I think it's a difference in height.
Now the guys are not allowed to move, of course. They must pass that girl over their head. They cannot move back while they're holding her. And Warren's over there keeping an eye on that part of the thing.
The red team look like they might have a little bit of an edge on everybody else at this stage, but green not too far behind.
Blue up there also, so it's a pretty good run actually.
We might have a 4-way tie here if we're not careful.
Well, they're pretty much close there coming down, although the green of South Australia have hit the front.
Oh, Jodie Pake looked like she's about to take a nosedive into the pool then.
Green just ahead of the red on the far side. Then in the middle it's Victoria and Queensland at the moment.
We might have to get the camera up for this one for a photo finish.
Yes, Warren will have his work cut out here, I think, although green are still pretty much
they
ahead.
are, aren't they? They're really going ahead now. I think they're determined not to let the blue team get their joker.
There's the blue coming through pretty well also. Remember, it's the blue Victoria using their joker at the moment.
Not too far to the pontoons now.
Just a reminder that girl must be standing on the pontoon at the end. The first one there will get those points. The red of New South Wales coming through solidly on the far side.
They're very close, but so is green. Oh!
There's the green up and she's there. Wowee! Red over there also. What a close
march over by the boys in green with red coming in second.
Righto, South Australia getting a point out of that one. Here they are down poolside with Fiona.
You're right. Jodie, you were very close to the water there for a while.
That's right, I certainly was.
Did you think you were going to go in?
No, I've got strong men holding me up, Fiona.
Well, they must have been strong. David, how heavy was she?
She's light as a feather. Pick her up under the arm and take her home, I think.
Well, no wonder you won. Okay, great work.
Well done, great.
Having a look at the points right now. Firstly, we'll see New South Wales getting their first points of the night. 2 going up for them. And our winning team, South Australia, there's another 4 for them at the moment. Going well. Well, we could discover some material for the next World Cup when we return with our giant footy. It's coming up after the break. Join us centre field for the round ball game. Then on that scoreboard up there.
Isn't it great to see?
All finally made it. Here are the points as they stand at the moment. New South Wales and Queensland are both on 2 points. Victoria up there on 4. And South Australia, big leaders at the moment. 10 points for them up there now. Good work. Right, it's almost kick-off time for the big boys with the big boots coming out for our giant soccer, and we might get across with team number 1. Here's Fiona over there with Bansdale. we might get underway with heat number 1.
Okay, our referee has the ball and the whistle, so it's blue for Victoria, yellow for Queensland, and kick-off time for Warren.
Okay, here we go.
So let's tell you about those players once again. Firstly, in the blue for Victoria.
It's Michael Quahisi and Jim McSweeney.
And for the yellow of Queensland, Ross Timms, who we just met, and Scott Charlton. Time limit here is 1 minute 45. Remember, each team are defending their particular goal. They're each defending their goal, so that's the story there so far as scoring is concerned.
Boys having a little bit of trouble there with kicking, but Queensland going for it. Oh, no.
Oh, the blue put it up high in the air. Nearly got referee Warren back there.
Queensland have to rush down to try and defend their goal now.
In that corner, and they're looking down to try and up. Big swish with the foot there by Ross, but he couldn't get it.
Warren leaping out of the way there.
Here's blue coming in for the kill with a bit of a clash there.
Bit of a head
Yellow into the
collision
side.
there.
All blues down. They're both blues in bits of trouble.
Didn't even
Yellow
have to
setting it
tackle.
on the side here now. Can they get it into that goal? He's going for it. Yes! Good work.
He was so excited he fell over.
I think he lost balance when he put his foot out to put it through, but that's one on the board.
Oh, that's great. The other yellow guy's jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, Warren putting the ball back down again, and the whistle goes.
So now it's Victoria on the attack.
Oh.
Right across the face of the goal. The ball rolling into the corner. One of the yellows down again.
Yes,
Now the big long kick down along the side, but he's going straight over the back. So the 2 blues turn around and try to bring it back. They need a goal desperately now.
Yes, they've got a good kick down there. No, blocked by Queensland.
Oh, the blues down.
Oh, that's like slipping on a banana peel.
They're in a bit of trouble. We can't find the ball at this stage. Fighting for it. Warren opening up. There it goes. Righto, Warren. Can you give us a score there, please?
No score for blue, yellow 1 goal.
Alrighty, the Toowoomba team make it through to the final. Good work. We might get ready for heat number 2 coming up right now, and it's the red against the green. Here's Fiona talking with Canoundra.
Jack Sherwin, New South Wales is a pretty strong soccer state. How well do you play?
I used to play, I've had a few games, you know, but it's not one of my...
Yeah, we're all set. Let's see who makes the final.
Thank you, Warren. Righto, let's tell you about the teams. Firstly, for Canoundra in the red, for New South Wales, it's Jack Sherwin and Owen McLaughlin.
And for Sterling, Mike Wesley and David Evans.
Time over once again, 1 minute and 45 seconds. The ball caught in the corner, so Warren's going to have to get them out of there. Break it up and get them out into the open and let them go from there. Green had a shot at goal. Remember, each individual team is defending their own goal. So now the Green pulling off, putting him attack up there at the moment. He's trying to get through to get to that ball. The other Green coming in. Yes! Really threw himself into that one.
He saw the opening and he found it
Back into
quickly.
the centre, ready to go.
Now, the red team, these guys are actually teachers, and they did a bit of practice. They had a game at school with staff against students. So the students at Canada will all be barracking for their teachers.
Righto, here we go. Ready to go again. Red into action now. Green with the lead at the moment. 1 goal to 0. And putting on a little more pressure. A bit of pushing and shoving. If there's too much of that goes on, they can get 10 seconds out of the game.
Or the sin bin.
The sin bin they could be. Red going on the attack now, but Green up there with the defence to cut it off. Down into that corner. Here they go, all into it. I think we might have to see it taken out of there shortly.
Here comes Warren.
Yeah, Warren's in the middle of of them there somewhere. Picks the ball up.
Yes, he'll take it back.
Brings it back out into the open and lets them go from there. Green trying desperately. Red get it away, but time's going to be a get away from them, I think.
Yes, we have.
Green going up and again. Oh, yes! Good work. They've done it again. So now we'll have it back to the centre. The Green having a bit of trouble getting up there.
Hardly any time left.
There it is. Time's up. Hello, Warren. Give us a winner out of that one. Thank you.
No goals for Red, 2 goals for Green.
Righto, so it's the Greens into the final.
Yes, and they'll be battling it out against Queensland.
So let's see what we can do with that one, Warren. Okay, away we go. The yellow team is Ross Timms and Scott Charlton up there going on the attack early.
And Sterling is Mike Wesley and David Evans.
So those teams defending their goal, remember that?
Both very competitive teams here. Bit of scrambling round to try and find the ball.
Oh, getting up there towards the yellow goal. Going back in defence here. 2 minutes of time limit here, by the way.
We need South Australia to run down here. Oh, Queensland doing a bit of good defending there,
Now
getting
big
that ball
attack along the
away.
line. So up into that corner, but one of the yellows are down at the moment. Green coming back.
Yes, it's a bit
Big long kick. Oh, well stopped there by the yellow team. Green following up though, but hit one of his own players. Now the yellow with a bit of a burst. They're going on the attack. Can they get it down that side? Cutting across the side of the goal.
South Australia kicking it away.
Now another big long kick from the yellows. They're going on the attack, but Green blocking up the goal pretty well. Oh, he's down. Still on the... I think he's hurt his leg in that too.
Yes, I think he might have.
Meanwhile, it's the yellows on the attack. Green going for a shot at goal. Bit of a bumping duel as they go after that ball. Now it's Green.
They've got it in the corner, getting it out.
Yellow putting it away. Green have a shot at goal. Blocked again. Green having another shot.
I think that's Ross Timms there, who seems to have hurt his leg a little bit. He's getting ready to defend the Queensland goal. And
Big chance for Green. Have a shot. Miss.
yes!
Put back downfield with the Green putting on plenty of pressure. No points on.
Ain't no sitting on the other players.
So righto, here we go. A shot at goal. Nothing there. Still going. Righty, what have we got out of that one?
Nil-all draw, Billy.
All right, so that means, of course, both teams split the points. 3 points each. Let's get across here with both of those giant teams down.
Well, Scott, how does it feel playing soccer in these things?
Well, I've never ever been in one of these before. Playing soccer is pretty difficult, especially this cumbersome, huge thing.
And your opponents didn't give you much room to rest, did they?
Oh no, I had worthy opponents. Had a rather tiring time, I think, themselves.
They're throwing out how breathless they are. Mike, that was a pretty tough game.
It was. The opposition didn't make it very easy for us out there.
A lot of tackling, a lot of falling over going on.
Oh, we're happy to split the points with them. They're good competition.
Oh, that's what I like to see, a bit of good sportsmanship. Give yourselves a cheer.
So there they go. Both pretty puffed out over there. Here we go. 3 points coming up. Firstly for the Queensland team. 3 points for South Australia. We look for the ultimate athlete when we play Super Guy right after the break. You'll see some speedy action in just a moment.
It's another game of the game.
Events down and 2 to go here on It's a Knockout tonight. Let's have a look at the scoreboard.
Okay.
And I can tell you that New South Wales have 2 points, Victoria have 4, Queensland have 5. Not much between those 3, but there's South Australia raging away as our leaders on 13 points.
They're doing very well. They're having a great night tonight.
Good work.
Okay, in our next event, Super Guy leaps into action and he has to do all sorts of things. He has to push a locomotive, he has to leap over tall buildings. But the hardest thing, I think, is to get changed in the phone booth. That's
Yes.
before he gets his coffee.
And the one that gets through in the fastest time will take out the points. First up, we have the Super Guy from Bairnsdale, so...
Here's Warren to start him.
Thanks, Fiona. Okay, Super Guy. You ready?
And the Super Guy from Bairnsdale is Jim McSweeney, and he is on his way.
Jim has to first of all push the locomotive down to the end of the track, and that's no mean feat.
Yes, it's down to the locomotive first, then a series of tall buildings that he has to climb over. And they get bigger, although it's a pretty big one to start off, but it's not an easy task here. Remember, the quickest time round will be our winner. On to the next one. Here's the third and final one of the building department.
Over he goes, and he has to break make his way through that incredibly tough brick wall. Yes, there you go. And now it's a bit of changing music. Thanks. As he puts his shirt on, his little tie, and he's still got a coat, glasses, and hat to go.
Yes, this is probably the hardest to get all this gear on in a hurry. The harder you try, I think the more you seem to run into trouble. Glasses on, hats on, he's on his way through.
He's not
coming
ready.
down, opening the door. He's got to sit down and get that cup up to his lips, and there he goes. Right, Warren, you might check out a time for us.
59 seconds, Billy.
Whoa, that's good work there.
It's very fast,
My
isn't
word.
it?
Right, let's get ready for heat number 2.
Okay, heat 2. Warren, set the second Superman on his way.
Go!
And away he goes. Flying through the air for Canowindra this time we have Owen McLaughlin.
He's pushing that train down.
And boom, there he goes. Yes, he's an agriculture teacher and also plays a bit of squash. Pretty fit, this boy.
He's actually a teacher at Canowindra High, so all the kids will be...
Whoa, nearly took the building with him. Time to beat is 59 seconds, remember?
He has an interesting technique for getting over the buildings, but it doesn't matter as long as he gets there.
Right, here he comes. Oh, into the final one.
Having trouble with that one. And the time's getting pretty high. He's
Down
got to
through the brick wall.
Yep. Into the phone booth.
Shoot going on now. In the time.
Bit of encouragement there from Warren. Hat, glasses and coat before he goes up to Debbie Seckold, who's his lowest lane.
Yes, Debbie's waiting there patiently, keeping an eye out. The glasses go on,
There
the
he
hats
goes.
on.
Great stuff.
Coming up to
Through
the door now. Through that door. And down he goes. Righto. Warren, can you give us a time, thank you?
1:07.
1 minute and 7, not
Not
quite
good
good enough. Righto,
Yeah.
heat number 3 coming up.
Let's see how South Australia fares.
Let's go.
So in South Australia, and David Evans on his way now.
David's a builder.
Oh, thunders into that locomotive with his shoulder. 59 seconds, still the time to beat. Standing to the credit of Bairstow from Victoria.
And there's the train. He's got to leap over all these buildings.
David Evans back on to building number 1. Whoa,
great
flying
stuff.
over there at the moment.
Wow, he really is a Superman. Yes, he's managed that one with no trouble. Oh, wow. That could cost a bit of time.
So now here he is.
Using the bullet as a missile to break through the wall.
Time coming on.
He's not worrying too much about the style. He's just getting all those clothes on as quickly as he can. He's got
Now
his
the
hat.
hat. This is the worry. On the coat now.
Coat, come on, let's go, let's go.
There
Through
he
the
goes.
door.
On his way. Up to
Yes,
the door.
he's
Through the door. Coming up to that table. Down to the table and there. Righto. What is the time for us, thanks, Warren?
50 seconds. What a number 1, eh?
Righto. Good work there. Righto. 50 seconds. That's the time to beat. Lucky last coming up. This is Queensland.
Queensland, and they're using their joker on this one, so they're going for double points.
Right, let's see what they can do. Thank you, Warren. Start them off.
Here we go, Super Guy.
And the lucky last coming out right now. This is Ross Timms from Toowoomba. Crashes into the locomotive. Almost through the front of it
I thought he
there.
was going to throw the train off the tracks then. He's going so hard.
There it goes. He's going to come up to the tall buildings now. Now, he hurt his knee a bit before in that soccer game.
That's a bit of a disadvantage, but as he comes up to 20 seconds, he's over the first to second and coming up to the third.
Oh, he's knocked the top of the building off. Putting it back up, so now it goes again, coming through the brick wall.
And he lost a little bit of time with that building.
So back he comes. He's got to go back and put that back up yet.
He's got to put that building back up before he
Which
goes
is
through
going to
the
knock a
door.
bit of time out of him. Score.
That was an unfortunate thing for him. He's got the glasses in the pocket. I hope he doesn't lose them.
He's got the coat on, the
Yes.
glasses. He's got to go and put that back up.
Oh, he might come in for a second if he really hurries.
He'll really have to. Oh, it's going down again on him.
Oh, wow. That was
Okay, that'll do. Not quite enough time there. What have we got on that one, Warren? No score.
No good, mate. Didn't make it home.
Okay, so our winning team will be South Australia. They've come up for it there. South Australia doing it and doing it well with their 50 seconds. Fiona's across over there with David right now.
Well, David, I've got to tell you, you're a real sight in those glasses.
Yeah, not the usual glasses, Fiona.
What did you find the hardest part of that event?
Oh,
Drinking the coffee.
no.
And that lousy coffee.
Oh, it was awful. It was shocking.
But how difficult was it to get those clothes on?
Yeah, that slows you down a bit, but gee, that train's heavy.
I bet it is. Well, good on you. That was a great effort.
Thank you, beauty.
Here are the points coming up for event number 5. Firstly, Victoria will put 2 points on the board there, and South Australia another 4 on the way for them. Okay, everybody's bound to get wet, some more than others when we come back after the break. Join us for Sinking Rowboats, the final game in just a moment.
It's a knockout, that's the name of the game.
To knock out tonight, and our last look at the scoreboard. Here we go. 2 points up there for New South Wales, 5 for Queensland, 6 for Victoria, and our runaway leaders at the moment on 17 are South Australia. So the big battle is for second spot on that table tonight. What better way than to finish up the night with a nice little quiet row on the lake? Fiona's across over here right now with our South Australian team, one of the teams coming up.
Well, do you really think it's a nice, quiet little row on the lake, Jodie?
No, it's not really, Fiona.
Get things underway, get across over there to Fiona, and also Warren Blondell's across here now, so let's join them.
Well, the rowboats are about to sink, Warren. I'm glad I'm not in them, that's all I can say.
Oh, me too. It must be freezing in the water tonight.
Okay, let's start them sinking.
Okay, guys and dolls, do your best.
So here are the teams as they set out for you. Firstly, in the red for New South Wales, we have Jack Sherwin and Dale Sherwin, husband and wife team.
For Bairnsdale, it's Jim McSweeney and Robin Clohisi.
Coming across over there for Toowoomba in the yellow, it's Scott Charlton and Kathy Goulson. And finally, in the green of South Australia, it's Mike Wesley and Jodie Pate. So it's South Australia doing pretty well at the moment as they start their way down on the first lap. Remember, there's an expired time of 3 minutes here if we don't get a result prior to that.
South Australian team doing quite a good job of bailing as they turn around at the galley end and head back down to the other end, but getting a bit congregated there. Looks a bit crowded.
Yes, they're coming back between the other crews, but they've made it safely through okay. They're bailing away. The girls doing the bailing, the guys doing the rowing.
I thought there was going to be a collision there with New South Wales and Victoria, but they're through.
Plenty of holes at the bottom of these boats, and that, of course, keeps that water pouring in.
South Australia and New South Wales both paddling and bailing very strongly at this
Yeah,
stage.
South Australia doing a good job at the moment, but New South Wales making up plenty of ground right behind them there too.
Jack Sherwin looking very determined as he pushes his way towards the end.
Yes, they come into it, so South Australia not having it all their own way. They're using their joker though, remember that.
Even if they come second, they'll double their points.
So on the way back now, a little bit of water starting to come into both of those boats. Nobody has sunk as yet. Team's doing pretty well at the moment.
Meanwhile, down the other end, Queensland and Victoria running boat to boat.
And South Australia looking for 8 big points out of this one, which would give them the equal top score on It's a Knockout. 25 with Mount Gambier, another South Australian team.
Oh, boat collision. New South Wales and Victoria having a bit of trouble negotiating their way around each other, but they're there.
So it's still South Australia in first posse.
Well, that's given South Australia a big chance there.
Some of these boats down there, the end starting to get a little bit heavy. I think there's a lot of water coming into them.
Jim
I think we'll be saying goodbye to Victoria very shortly.
I think we might. We better pipe them down as they go.
Yes, they're on their way now. Bye-bye.
It's Queensland making their turn, and Scott Charlton looks like he's set to paddle up another length of the pool.
Meanwhile, up the other end, we see South Australia have turned. We're coming in with just 40 seconds to go now. We'll work out a result from there. That'll be 3 minutes of expired time up.
Well, South Australia making their way down, as are New South Wales.
South Australia, and they're leading at the moment. Doing it well at this stage. A lot of water coming on board, though. But these teams, like, look at Victoria. They haven't given up yet. They're just about gone now. Yes, that's it. So we're still coming in here. We've got about just on 10 seconds remaining here.
Here comes New South Wales, South Australia passing them on the way back down
And they're
the pool.
paddling like crazy at the moment. Time. It is all over. Time's up. We might get Warren in to give us a result here. Who went the furthest?
Oh, green, absolutely, and red, good try, but they couldn't quite make
it
it.
was a great effort there from New South Wales. But let's have a look at the points. Firstly, New South Wales will put up 2 points for them for running second. And South Australia, with 8 big ones there, takes them to 25. And there are winners far and away tonight. And that's the equal top score here on It's a Knockout. Let's see what they think about it. Here's Fiona.
Well, that's great, guys. You made up for that loss last time.
Yeah, we're happy to mend our ways.
It was a super effort, I guess I could say.
Oh, thank you very much.
And Mike, you paddled wonderfully.
I'm exhausted.
Okay, what have you got to say about your team, David?
Oh, they're a top mop, top mop.
I reckon they are too.
Alrighty, next week it's heat number 9. We return after a short break to tell you who's playing and also, of course, to keep you up to date with all that important announcement out of tonight's results.
That's the name of the game.
a great job too, equalling our top score.
The Green Machine do it again.
Yeah, that was another South Australian team, Mount Gambier. Here you are, folks. Here's the prize you've been waiting for. This is it, your very own copy of It's a Knockout. You can all have one of those. Thank you, John. I feel like Father Christmas here every week. Right, let's have a look at the points as they come up on that board. We'll give them for each individual state. Now, South Australia's up there. We'll give Sterling, we'll have to give them 6 points after their effort for night. So 6 points for them to go onto the board. We'll put up 4 for Victoria and 2 for Queensland. So that's how they line up. Here are the stakes now. Firstly, New South Wales. Well, Canowindra failed to add to their tally tonight. So after 3 times, he had to open up their account. Leading team in New South Wales is Umina at the moment. In Victoria, well, Bairnsdale tonight picking up 4 points, so they move up there to 9, still trailing both Benalla and Eltham, and they have 1 more time to go. Queensland section, well, Toowoomba picking up 2 points tonight. They go on to 8, so they're leading the Queensland section at the moment, but that's the last time we'll see them. And in South Australia, have a look at this one. We have Sterling picking up 6 points tonight. They go on to 22, so that's going to give Norwood there in second posse something to really chase from there, isn't it?
Yep.
All righty, well, that's about it now. We're right. Oh, next week.
Oh, next week we see Canowindra again. Bairnsdale join us another time, and we play against Dalby and Adelaide. So.
All righty, that's it.
Yeah.
Excitement again next week. We're starting to get towards the big time of the year. All right, Warren, nice to have you with us tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Catch you soon.
Yeah.
See you, girls. We'll be back next week when we get together and do it all again. Once again here on It's a Knockout. Hope you'll join us then. Until then, a very good night. Bye-bye.
Television production in association with Network 10 Australia. Max Rowley speaking.